guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and I'm so excited because Liverpool are linked with the AS Monaco France international 22-year-old powerhouse midfielder Tchouaméni. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, and you know when these usual links come out, usually Liverpool-based journalists like the Times, Paul Joyce, pour cold water on these rumors just to calm down Liverpool fans, but he didn't do that. He actually stoked the fire. He poured gasoline on the fire instead by saying that Liverpool are in fact genuinely interested in Tchouaméni and they are already opening talks with him. And Jurgen Klopp hinted at this, that more players will be willing to sign for Liverpool now that they know that there is stability and continuity at the top of Liverpool FC, because Jurgen Klopp signed an official new 4-year contract and I'm absolutely delighted about that. And of course, if Tchouaméni doesn't sign, then Liverpool will have other transfer targets in the works. So if you are excited about this video, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on the bell notification so you never miss the latest upload. And also, Liverpool are offering a new contract, 1-year contract, per Jurgen Klopp's recommendation to James Milner. What do you think about that? Do you think Milner deserves a new contract? I think he's brilliant to have around. And he had a very good performance against Newcastle. I don't think he was man of the match, but he was definitely one of the top 5 performers for Liverpool. And he's like a second captain behind Jordan Henderson. He's very vocal in the dressing room. He's very good to have him around Liverpool, and he's a model professional as well. And Paul Joyce also said, and he's very well connected to Liverpool FC and he has sources close to the club. He said that if Monaco wants too high of a transfer fee, or the player, you know, maybe holds out for Real Madrid, then a similar midfield signing is likely for Liverpool in the summer. So who would you sign if you were Liverpool FC? And it's pretty evident that the #1 priority will be to sign a midfielder in the summer. The chatter from rumored fellow suitors Real Madrid is that while Tchouaméni is a player they have interested in, midfield is not a priority, a top priority this summer. Of course, the top priority for them is Kylian Mbappé, and the deal would only get done if it will be seen as an opportunistic deal and a good value. So I think it all adds up to Tchouaméni being unveiled by Liverpool this summer. I think it's very likely that Liverpool are going to sign him. Of course, it's not official yet, but Liverpool have one hell of a chance. And according to Jonathan Johnson from the CBS, Monaco will enter negotiations for Aurélien Tchouaméni for a transfer fee close to 50 million euros, so around 40 million pounds. And I think that's a reasonable transfer fee. Fabrizio Romano also said, I'm told there is strong interest from the Premier League. Keep an eye on Liverpool, and there is a huge chance for him to sign in the Premier League this summer, because Liverpool are really keen to sign Tchouaméni. He had already made 32 league appearances for Monaco this season. He's mainly, you know, defensive midfielder, box-to-box midfielder, similar to what role Wijnaldum played at Liverpool. He has 47 games this season for Monaco, scored 3 goals and 2 assists, but he's not a goal-scoring midfielder. He's more of a, as I said, a box-to-box midfielder, but he's still very young. He's still only starting out his career. He's only 22 years old. So I think that Tchouaméni will be molded into whatever role Jurgen Klopp wants him to play, because as I said, when he's very young, you can pretty much mold him into all kinds of different roles in midfield. So he could play in the Henderson role, he could play the Naby Keita role, he could even play the Fabinho role, depending on what kind of tactical setup Liverpool will deploy next season, and also where Tchouaméni will fit in. But at 22 years old, I think he has brilliant potential, and Liverpool are bringing in the next generation of youngsters. Of course, we already promoted Curtis Jones from within. We brought in Harvey Elliott very young. Fabio Carvalho is also coming in. Tchouaméni potentially is coming in as well. So Liverpool are already signing the next generation of Liverpool superstars, and it's better to sign them young when it's not that expensive to sign them and to mold them into world-class players. And you know that Fabinho, you know, is going to play for Liverpool for the next 5 years, but about Henderson, Thiago and James Milner, They are definitely over 30 years old, and yes, they might get another 2, 3, 4 years at Liverpool. It's clear that we need to bring through the next generation of midfielders, and Naby Keita's contract is still up in the air. And he already made his debut for the senior French national team last year, and he is viewed as one of the most exciting young talents coming through and breaking into the France senior side. France, of course, are not short of excellent young talents, but he's certainly one who is earmarked to become a cornerstone of future World Cup and Euro squads internationally. The expectation is that he joins the European giants this summer. And competition for Tchouaméni will be very fierce. There is no doubt that Real Madrid are interested, Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea, most big European clubs would love to acquire a player of his current and potential ability, but the reality is that only a few could afford him, which positions Premier League clubs like Liverpool favourably. And Tchouaméni has the potential to one day replace Henderson or Thiago in Liverpool's midfield, certainly not next season, but maybe in 2 or 3 years' time. And his skill set is such that he could play a number of midfield roles, as I already mentioned in this video, more than adequately, which would make him valuable to Liverpool, definitely. And Liverpool probably have an advantage right now compared to a club like Chelsea. Chelsea's takeover is dragging on, which will impair their ability to pursue significant transfer targets for sure. Jude Bellingham is another player that Liverpool are targeting, but his transfer fee would be around £100 million, and I'm not sure if Liverpool are willing to pay that amount for a midfielder. Tchouaméni's transfer fee would be significantly lower, so 35–40 million pounds. I can see Liverpool making a move for Tchouaméni for that price, because you are getting a midfielder who could potentially play for Liverpool for the next 10 years, and if not, we can sell him on for a similar or maybe even a higher transfer fee in the future. And the respected journalist Santi Auna has said this about Tchouaméni: for the moment there is just some contact with his agent, Monaco knows it too, the player is very interested in signing for Liverpool. If Tchouaméni has managed to become a regular in his performances, it is also because over time he has settled into a role that suits him better. Positioned higher on the pitch, his athletic and technical abilities allow him to bring a real plus offensively without neglecting defensive tasks. He's matured on and off the pitch. He's a complete player. So I'm actually very excited after reading these glowing reports from all kinds of people who know Tchouaméni quite well. And he's a really tall midfielder, almost as tall as Fabinho. He's 187 centimeters tall, that's 6'2" tall. And he started off his career at Bordeaux. He played 2 seasons there before signing for Monaco, where last season he played 42 games, scoring 3 goals. This season he already played 47 games, scoring 3 goals. And Monaco are very close to finishing in the Champions League places, but of course they don't have the finances to offer Tchouaméni a bigger contract than what he's already on, and Tchouaméni would want to move to one of the big European giants like Liverpool and challenge for the Champions League and the Premier League title for the foreseeable future. And Liverpool will need to bolster their squad with young, emerging, really talented players, because that's the only way that you can bring through the next generation of Liverpool superstars. And that's what Liverpool are all about. We are making superstars, not signing them like certain Manchester City who have unlimited transfer funds. So it's pretty much confirmed that Liverpool are entering negotiations for Tchouaméni by Paul Joyce, by Fabrizio Romano, and very well respected journalists around the globe. So I'm very excited about this news. But also, what do you think about James Milner being offered a new contract by Liverpool? Let me know in the comments below. Jurgen Klopp requesting the 36-year-old extends his stay, and the Telegraph is reporting that James Milner has been offered another contract at Liverpool, with Jurgen Klopp asking Liverpool to give James Milner a 1-year extension. Klopp wanted Milner to stay at Liverpool before Milner delivered a timely reminder against Newcastle of what he still has to offer when he plays. And if Jurgen Klopp thinks that Milner is good enough to play for Liverpool for the next 12 months, then I fully back him and I fully agree with him. He sees Milner's attitude in training around the squad, and that's what you can't really measure. You can see his on-the-pitch performance, but you can't really measure what a leader he's in the dressing room, how he's guiding young players, how he's helping, you know, be one of Jurgen Klopp's right-hand man in the dressing room. And that's it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.